time for my 144th John Carpenter game, Wants to Be a Millionaire, the Australian Family Picture Edition for the DVD.
Select either the adult or junior questions here. Okay, you've chosen to answer the adult questions. There are 15 of them between you and $1 million. Let's get you up to the first milestone as quickly as possible. Here's the first question for $100.
Okay. How do you want bets as having 2 what each way? Barry, Bert, Bob, right? That'd be a 2 Bob.
Excellent, off to a good start. Well done. Take a look at question 2. It's for $200.
Okay. What occupation deals in furs? Carrier, furrier,
Are any of the answers
harrier,
standing out?
terrier. That'd be a furrier.
Excellent. That's the right answer. The next question is worth $300. Here
Okay.
it comes.
What's just not in nationality? Japanese, Lebanese, Manganese, Sudanese. Manganese is a metal, not the
It's the correct
nationality.
answer. Okay, the next question is for $500. Take a look.
Prosciutto is a kind of Italian sauce, ham, cheese, pasta. It's smoked ham.
Excellent.
Yes,
The right
for
answer.
some reason they pronounce prosciutto completely differently as Americans call it. I just don't get it.
You are one question away from your first milestone. Get this right and you'll be guaranteed $1,000.
His actions louder than words. Which of the Marx brothers never spoke on film? Chico, Harpo, Groucho, Zeppo. Let's see. Groucho did, Zeppo did. I think it was Harpo never spoke in films.
That's
I mean,
good.
yeah.
It's the right answer.
Leonard, Arthur, Julius, Herbert. And it was also the fifth Marx brother, which is Gummo, which was with Milton. He retired after the First World
War. I don't want
War.
you to give up just yet. Let's shake things up a bit now by introducing a few pictures into the questions. A brand new experience for this special Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You might as well play the next question. It's worth $2,000.
Okay.
Kingston is the capital of which Caribbean nation? Haiti, Jamaica, Cuba,
That'd be
Barbados.
Jamaica. Port-au-Prince,
Excellent.
Haiti,
You just won yourself $2,000.
Havana, Cuba, and Bridgetown, Barbados.
You're up to question 7. It's worth $4,000. You don't have to play, but here comes the question. Who was the first man to win the tennis Grand Slam? Don Budge, Rod Laver, Bjorn Borg,
That'd be a
Rene
Don
Lacoste.
Budge did in 1938. And Raleigh was actually the
Very
second
well
to do so
done.
in 1962. And then he was able to do it again in 69. And Laver is the only person who's done it twice. And also is
The
the
next question is worth
only other
$8,000.
man outside Don
But
Budge
you'll
who's
drop
done it.
$3,000 if you get it wrong. Here it comes. Actor John Wayne starred in which of these classic westerns?
Okay.
High Noon, Pale Rider, Shane, Stagecoach.
That'd be Stagecoach. My mind, every time I'm thinking High, and then I realize High Noon. Every time I get this one, my mind was thinking High Noon. I realize High Noon is Gary Cooper, not John Wayne.
We're starting to play for some serious money now. This question is worth $16,000, but if you get it wrong, you'll lose $7,000. Here it comes. For what purpose was this building in Barcelona built? Concerts, soccer matches, bullfights, shopping.
That'd be bullfights.
No problems with that answer. It's correct. Okay, this is where you can guarantee yourself $32,000. Of course, if you get it wrong, you'll drop back to just $1,000. Take as long as you need. Here comes the question.
Okay.
Which nut grows on a type of hickory tree? Pecan, almond, cashew, walnut.
A pecan like you is a type of with a whole scene with on Australian hot tea, not knowing what a pecan is, and as he said it was a tropical bird, which was a toucan. But never did. And he was messages. I guess it was 2 words. Hot seat. I think it's on the Nova FM YouTube channel, that whole pecan incident.
In 2000, the man in the middle became owner of which Formula One team? Arrows, Jordan, Minardi,
Everyone's favorite angry Australian, Paul Stoddard. Yeah, that's his sport. The image is John Maria Bruni and Zolt Baumgartner, and I believe that image was 03 or 04, because I know 02 was, I believe it was Ralph Furman and Jos Verstappen in 02.
No time limit.
So it probably is maybe 03 even, because Baumgartner got appointed to US Grand Prix that year.
The man in this couple meeting the Queen is which award-winning Australian author? Tim Winton, Patrick White, David Malouf.
That'd be the author of Oscar and Lucinda, Peter Carey.
You didn't have to play that question, but it's just won you $125,000.
Yeah, you can think this game is a question about Peter Carey's book about the Oscar and Lucinda.
Right, you've done brilliantly so far. The next question is number 13 out of 15. It is worth $250,000. We're talking about some huge sums of money here, $250,000. So make sure you take your time and think carefully before you answer.
All right.
This Australian won a silver medal at the Athens Olympics in which sport? Rowing, swimming, diving,
Susan Neal won a silver medal at the 04 games in swimming. She also did the same in the 2000 games in Sydney, actually. And Susan Neal, yes, was the same woman who broke Mary T. Meeker's 200-meter butterfly record.
Okay, you are now just 2 questions away from becoming a virtual millionaire. If you get this question wrong, you will drop all the way back to $32,000. You're playing for serious amounts of money now, so be very, very careful. Here comes question number 14.
All right.
This man made important advances in which field? Engineering, psychiatry, manufacturing, chemistry.
Sigmund Freud, the godfather of psychoanalysis or psychiatry.
You've just won
That's traditional
$500,000.
because Roman Coliseum and Baz Luhrmann are taken out, so 1 in 15 odds, just like with the Australian edition PS1 game, so 1 in 15 odds. We'll say the image will be
You have played a magnificent game
the
so
Moons
far.
of Jupiter, which would be
14
the owner.
questions correct, so just one more to win $1 million. I've got to remind you that if you get it wrong, you would drop a mammoth $460,000.
The hard thing where Eddie pops his eyes when he says the amount of money you're gonna lose.
So here we go.
It just creates
Very
bad, like
best of luck.
the Iris does with the Nubian Desert in the first edition DVD game.
These 2 scientists, Röntgen and Becquerel, won Nobel Prizes for which category? Chemistry, literature, medicine.
They both won it for their works in radiation and physics. And if you'd watch my UK fan pictures game I had the first time, I misattributed Röntgen as Gray because, yeah,
It's the right answer.
because I knew Gray wasn't if I was to think about it, I was thinking it was either Becquerel and either Gray or Siva. I didn't have Röntgen in my head when I saw it the first time. I just go with Gray because I didn't, because it's the one I was most familiar with, not including the Siva.
Thanks for
So
playing the family picture edition of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
okay. That being said, Thanks for watching.